Our Cuban compañeras is presented by the U.S. U.S. Women in Cuba Collaboration and the WILF U.S. Cuba and the Bolivarian Alliance Committee. We welcome you here, whether you are Cuban revolutionary patriots of many years' struggle or whether you're just new. And we are all happy to learn from our Cuban compañeras. The reason that we are able to do this workshop with the Cubans at this time is because this is the UNCSW. And so it's important to remember at this time that Cuba is and always has been a defender of women's rights, unlike some other countries we could name. Right at the triumph of the revolution, this was addressed. In 1960, the Federation of Cuban Women was formed. In 1970, when the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women was adopted by the UN, Cuba was the first to sign and the second to ratify. The U.S. still hasn't done it. The U.S. hasn't even got there yet. Cuba was the first country, not just in Latin America, but in the Western Hemisphere, to allow women control of their own bodies and to legalize abortion. And so Cuba, both historically and currently, has been right at the forefront of this struggle. Most recently, Cuba has passed a new, very advanced constitution by popular referendum and a set of laws of family law called the Families Code. Families plural, diverse models. We are honored to have here one of the authors and educators around the Families Code, our distinguished Vice President of the Union of Cuban Jurists, Yamila Gonzalez Ferrer. Sorry, I was making 2 minutes. We have the Regional Director for the International Federation of Democratic Women, also, of course, from the FMC, Maybel Gonzalez, and we are going to learn.
Así se presentó. A usted, sí.
Buenas tardes a todas y todos. Es un honor para mí compartir este espacio de solidaridad y amor. Amor por la paz, amor por la justicia, amor a la verdad y sobre todo amor a la humanidad.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's an honor for me to share this space of solidarity and love. Love for peace, love for justice, love for the truth, and above everything else, love for humanity.
Hoy quiero hablarles de un pilar fundamental de la revolución, las mujeres cubanas, porque si hay algo que define el espíritu de nuestra isla, es precisamente el coraje, la resistencia y el liderazgo imparable de sus mujeres.
Today, I would like to speak with you about a fundamental pillar of the revolution, the Cuban women, because if there's something that defines the spirit of our island, it's exactly the courage, the resistance, and the leadership, the incomparable leadership of its women.
Hablar de la mujer cubana es hablar de la revolución en sí misma, porque fue Fidel quien hace más de 6 décadas entendió que no habría justicia social plena sin la emancipación de la mujer.
To speak of the Cuban woman is to speak of the revolution in and of itself, because it was Fidel who, more than 6 decades ago, he understood that there would never be justice, a full social justice, without the emancipation of the woman.
Hoy a las puertas del centenario de su nacimiento, rendir homenaje a su legado es también reconocer a esas mujeres que con su ejemplo construyen cada día una Cuba más digna y soberana.
So today, in the doorway of the 100-year anniversary of Fidel's birth, to give homage to his legacy, and also to recognize that those women who with their example every day construct a more dignified and sovereign Cuba.
La mujer cubana es protagonista de uno de los capítulos más hermosos de esta revolución. Ellas han sido el resultado de la voluntad política del Estado y del gobierno cubano, de su consecuente accionar concretado en políticas, leyes, programas y planes para el logro de la igualdad de derechos y oportunidades de mujeres y hombres.
The Cuban woman is a protagonist of one of the most beautiful chapters of that revolution, of this revolution. The statistics demonstrate that they have been the result of the political will of the state and of the Cuban government, and of their action, their concrete action in politics, laws, programs, and plans for the achievement of equality of rights and opportunities of women and men.
Y de la participación de las propias mujeres como protagonistas del desarrollo, como agentes clave de todos estos procesos transformadores, organizadas en un amplio movimiento social que constituye la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas.
And also of the participation of these same women as protagonists of development, as key agents of all these transformative processes, and that they are organized in the wide movement, a wide social movement, which is constituted by the Federation of Cuban Women, the FMC.
Entre los años 2020 y 2024, la legislación cubana relativa a la igualdad de género y al respeto a los derechos y a la dignidad de las personas tuvo grandes avances.
Between the years of 2020 and 2024, the Cuban legislation in respect to the equality of gender, and with respect to the rights and the dignity of the people, of people, it had grand advancements.
La aprobación de la actual Constitución de la República de Cuba proporciona el marco legal imprescindible para esta actualización legislativa.
The approval of the current Constitution of the Republic of Cuba gave a framework, a legal framework that was it was very necessary for for making this a reality, the legislative reality.
Normas de alto rango como el Programa Nacional para el Adelanto de las Mujeres, aprobado por decreto presidencial el 8 de marzo de 2021, que constituye la agenda de Estado y de Gobierno cubano para el adelanto de las mujeres y la estrategia integral de prevención y atención a la violencia de género en el escenario familiar.
I'm glad this is written down. So there are norms of the highest rank, like the National Program for the Advancement of Women, that's called the PAM, that was approved by a presidential decree on the 8th of March in 2021, and which constitutes the agenda of the state and of the Cuban government for the advancement of women, and the strategy, the integral strategy of the prevention and attention given to gender-based violence in the family scenario. And did you go on? And they se articulan.
Que se articulan con otro grupo de normas jurídicas, y esta improvisación, con otro grupo de normas jurídicas para lograr niveles superiores de bienestar de las mujeres cubanas.
Okay, so this goes along with other norms, judicial norms that will advance the welfare of women. Do you want to say these?
Código Penal, pero no me referí
Okay, all right.
con otras normas, otras leyes.
Okay.
Todas estas con la contribución de la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas a partir de su iniciativa legislativa.
So everything is with the collaboration of the Cuban Women's Federation, and it possesses a legislative initiative.
Pero ahora vamos a intercambiar sobre algunas cifras que pueden ilustrar todo lo que hemos hablado anteriormente.
So right now we're going to give you some data that will amplify what we've been saying.
En Cuba constituyen las mujeres el 63,3% de los graduados universitarios y el 68,9% de las ciencias médicas.
Okay. In Cuba, the 63.3% of university graduates and 68.9% of graduates of medical science are women.
Representan el 46% de las personas que ocupan cargos de dirección en el país.
So women represent 46.4% of people who occupy directive positions in the whole country.
A nivel local, en las asambleas del Poder Popular, representamos el 58,5%.
In the so on the local level, the municipal assemblies of Poder Popular, of popular power, they represent 58.5% of those who have duties as presidents and vice presidents.
Constituyen el 80% de jueces y fiscales, incluyendo que hoy la fiscal general de la República es una mujer.
So
Y además aquí está dignamente representado.
So 80% of the judges and fiscales son lawmakers, including the, how would you translate fiscal?
Y aquí mi colega,
The Attorney General, okay. So Attorney General, yes, of the Republic.
La fiscal general,
So
la
including
ministra de Justicia
Yeah, yeah.
y la presidenta de la Organización de Mujeres por el Clima.
gracias,
So,
Jan.
so it's the Attorney General and various other people, lawmakers, 80%.
En la Asamblea Nacional del Poder Popular representan el 57,5% de los diputados.
So in the National Assembly of Poder Popular, they represent 57.5% of the deputies.
Lo que convierte a Cuba en el segundo país con mayor representatividad femenina en ese espacio.
So Cuba is the second country in the world with regard to the number of women represented in the national parliament.
De los ocupados en la economía representamos el 45,8%.
So those who are involved with economics or in the economy, it's in the state sector, in the civil state sector, it's women are 45.8%.
En salud pública y asistencia social el 70% y en la educación el 68%.
So in public health and social assistance, they represent 70%. And in education, women represent 68%.
En los centros científicos, esos que nos salvaron al pueblo de Cuba de la COVID y al mundo, a muchos países del mundo también a partir de la creación de esas vacunas, que como decimos en Cuba tienen rostro de mujer, pues las mujeres representamos el 42% del sector de la ciencia.
So I'm going to, women are given credit because they are 42% of the researchers in scientific centers. So Cuba has made so many advancements in helping to save the world from COVID infection because of the women investigators.
Hoy tenemos una ley de maternidad que respalda a la mujer trabajadora y le da la posibilidad de disfrutar de 15 meses de licencia retribuida para poder dedicarse a la crianza de su bebé.
So right now, Cuba has a policy of 15 months of maternity. Women can occupy themselves with raising children and giving them their background.
Las políticas públicas se orientan hacia mantener y alcanzar importantes logros sociales.
So public policy is oriented towards maintaining and achieving very important social goals.
Con la premisa siempre de no dejar a nadie atrás,
Always without leaving one person behind.
porque las prioridades de nuestro gobierno se centran en continuar impulsando el desarrollo de las mujeres, ese desarrollo integral y pleno.
So it's a priority of our government to continue promoting the full advancement of women.
Y en este contexto, la igualdad de género y el empoderamiento de las mujeres están en el centro de todas las políticas públicas y de los programas y estrategias que se impulsan a nivel nacional y territorial.
So in this context, the gender equality and the empowerment of women are at the center of all of public policies, all public policies, and also of programs and strategies that are put forth at the national and territorial level.
Sin embargo, sería incompleto hablar de los avances sin reconocer también los enormes desafíos que enfrentamos las mujeres cubanas. Hoy, esas propias mujeres que estuvimos hablando anteriormente, que por tantos años hemos disfrutado de derechos y oportunidades.
Okay, so it would be an incomplete speech if we didn't talk about these advancements without recognizing the extreme challenges that are now confronted by these same women.
Así como la revolución nos ha abierto puertas y nos ha propiciado espacio, es precisamente sobre los hombros de nosotras, las mujeres, donde más cruelmente recae el peso del bloqueo económico, comercial y financiero impuesto por el gobierno de los Estados Unidos hace más de 6 décadas.
So at the same time that the revolution opens doors to women, it's exactly on the shoulders of women where the weight of the economic, commercial, and financial blockade that is imposed by the government of the United States for more than 60 years falls most strongly.
Este bloqueo, que ya de por sí es un acto genocida, se ha recrudecido de manera brutal a partir del 29 de enero con la aprobación de la orden ejecutiva del presidente Trump.
So this blockade, it's now taking on the characteristics of an act of genocide, and it's become much cruder and more cruel in a brutal manner with the executive order that was signed by President Trump this past 29th of January.
Y es precisamente en ese contexto tan complejo donde las mujeres somos los que llevamos la peor parte, porque pagamos el precio más alto, llevando sobre nuestras espaldas el mayor peso de la supervivencia diaria.
So it's with that the weight of the blockade has fallen most cruelly upon women on our backs, because we are the ones who carry the most weight of daily survival.
Permíteme detenerme en el impacto humanitario, en las víctimas, principales víctimas de esa política, que somos las mujeres, las niñas y los niños.
So please permit me to stay for a moment on the humanitarian impact on the invisible victims of this policy, our women, our young girls and young boys.
Este bloqueo es un asesino silencioso. Durante 6 décadas, la imposibilidad de adquirir medicamentos, equipos médicos, materia prima y tecnología en el mercado estadounidense o a través de empresas subsidiarias ha provocado sufrimientos incalculables.
So during these 6 decades, the impossibility of acquiring medicines and medical equipment and the basics of technology in the United States market, or through subsidiary businesses, has provoked incalculable suffering.
Se han dejado de realizar miles de cirugías complejas por falta de instrumental. Durante la pandemia, el bloqueo impidió la compra de respiradores artificiales y equipos de protección a nuestro país, encareciendo los costos y en muchos casos retrasando la respuesta.
So it's prevented the performance of surgeries, thousands of surgeries that are complex, because of a lack of equipment. And during the pandemic, the blockade prevented the purchase of respirators, artificial respirators, of protective equipment, and there was the more expensive costs and the regressive nature of responses.
¿Y por qué decimos que somos las mujeres las que más sufrimos? Porque la carencia de insumos básicos para la atención al parto, la falta de medicamentos oncológicos para el cáncer de mama y cervicuterino, y las dificultades para adquirir anticonceptivos y tratamientos de fertilidad ya son una constante.
So why do we say that the women have carried this burden more heavily than others? It's because of the basic, for example, basic attention to birth, giving birth, and the lack of cancer medicines for breast cancer, cervical cancer, and the difficulties for acquiring I'm blanking on contraceptives, and also the difficulty in receiving fertility treatments, and it's constant.
El bloqueo encarecido entre un 30 y un 50% la adquisición de prótesis mamarias y medicamentos para enfermedades autoinmunes que afectan desproporcionadamente a las mujeres.
So we know that the blockade has made more expensive by 30 or to 50% the acquiring breast prosthetic devices and also medicines for autoimmune sicknesses that are disproportionately affecting women.
Para los niños que padecen de enfermedades de enfermedades renales y metabólicas, Cuba ha tenido que buscar en mercados lejanos y costosos la leche de soya y los suplementos nutricionales.
So for children, it's especially cruel if they have diseases of kidneys or metabolic diseases, that the costs of nutrition for children has gone up by 40%, and there are children who have had to wait many months for cardiovascular surgery, and that also that they've had to wait for their soy milk.
Se ha calculado que el sobrecosto de esta alimentación infantil especializado supera el 40% anual.
Okay, I was kind of reading, but yeah, so this cost has gone up by more than 40% annually.
Hoy tenemos niñas, niños que han esperado meses por una cirugía cardiovascular por la demora en la importación de catéteres y válvulas cardíacas.
So they've had to wait many months for cardiac surgery because of the slowness of receiving the ventricle equipment and the valves and things that they need to perform the surgery.
Más de 32.800 embarazadas en Cuba enfrentan riesgos adicionales debido a que esta situación ha restringido el acceso a ultrasonidos ginecostétricos.
So more than 32,880 pregnant women in Cuba have confronted additional risks, because the situation has restricted access to ultrasound and obstetrics.
Que le permiten realizar el seguimiento al bienestar del feto y estudiar el diagnóstico que permita de manera oportuna identificar alguna malformación congénita.
So it's been impossible for them to receive treatments that would detect congenital diseases in advance and to deal with them.
En Cuba el 80% de los niños y niñas que padecen enfermedades oncológicas lograban superar esa enfermedad.
Every year, between 350 and 400 children and adolescents in the island suffer from cancer.
Hoy esa cifra se ha reducido al 65% debido especialmente a la obsolencia en la tecnología de los equipos de radioterapia, a las barreras para adquirir esa tecnología avanzada. También la inestabilidad eléctrica ha llevado a poner en riesgo el cumplimiento del protocolo de esos tratamientos.
So now this indicator has gone down to 65%, and the causes of this are because of technical obsolescence of the equipment of X-ray therapy, I guess, and the limits in acquiring advanced technology.
Situación similar presentan los pacientes de enfermedades crónicas renales.
So, I'm sorry, could you
A
repeat
similar
the
situation
Situación
occurs
similar
with
presentan
patients
los
with
pacientes
renal
de enfermedades
disease.
crónicas renales. Son datos escalofriantes. pero que más allá de doblegarnos nos motivan a ser más resilientes y sororas.
So the statistics are chilling, but they've only made us more resistant.
Porque en medio de estas difíciles circunstancias, las mujeres cubanas no somos víctimas pasivas, somos protagonistas.
Because in the face of these circumstances, we're not passive victims, we're the protagonists of the struggle.
Seguimos firme, hombro a hombro, con la máxima dirección de nuestro país, encabezada por el Partido Comunista de Cuba y nuestro primer secretario y presidente, Miguel Díaz-Canel Bermúdez, buscando y construyendo soluciones creativas desde cada una de las trincheras.
So we're going firmly shoulder to shoulder with the support of the Communist Party and our president, Miguel Díaz-Canel, into the trenches.
Por eso, bueno, la solidaridad internacional, y ustedes son ejemplo de eso, no es para nosotros un gesto simbólico, es un sostén real que alivia ese día a día de las mujeres cubanas y nos da fuerzas para seguir adelante.
And because of that, your solidarity for us is not just a symbolic thing, but it's a concrete way of helping us to overcome these difficulties and to overcome the difficulties of the blockade.
Muchas gracias.